Hiya, Steve.
All right.
Glass of white wine, please, Kieran.
No problem.
And a pint, is it?
No, it's I've got to get off after this.
No, stay. Stay and talk to me.
Come, things to do. Which reminds me, can you do the night shift tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night? Yeah, well, I won't have anything better to do.
Right, we'll ring Eileen and let her know. I won't be there.
Taking the day off?
Not for fun. Inconvenient, actually. I'll go and see me dad. Take it you know he's inside.
Yeah, well, I did hear.
Why he's desperate for me to go and see him. Apparently, he's more unhappy than usual. Kind of puts mine and your problems in perspective, eh?
Maybe, then again, maybe not. Oh, come on. Stay and have another pint.
Some other time.
I'm already working tonight.
Yeah, I know, but Leslie's off sick. You know, I've got to go and see my dad later on. Without the bare bone here, we need someone out there.
I've got stuff to do this afternoon.
What can't you do between pickups? Well, I'm desperate. I'm begging you here.
How desperate?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you do the afternoon and evening shift, I'll bung you an extra 30 quid.
Tempting. Could be quite a lucrative day for me.
But we need a cab out there.
OK, I'll do it. But I've got something to do about 5:15, probably take about half an hour.
Brilliant, I'll tell Eileen. You're a lifesaver, you know that.
Yeah, well, don't you forget that.
I wonder what my dad wants.
I don't know, do I?
You know, you could be a bit more supportive. I hate going into a prison. It brings back bad memories.
Well, good.
Good?
Well, it's meant to be a deterrent, Steve. It'd be no good if you fancied 6 months inside instead of an holiday.
Come with me.
Look, if you don't want to go, then don't go.
I've got to go now. It's my dad. It's important.
Right, well, I've got to go to work. I'm messing about enough as it is, but I'll be with you in spirit. So go and be a good boy and give my love to your daddy.
Hey, Steve.
How you doing, Dad?
Yeah, so.
I'm all right. Bit of an improvement on the last place, isn't it?
Well, it's not too bad, so it's not.
How'd you wangle this, then?
Well, believe it or not, it was good behaviour.
Typical. I handle a couple of cases of hooky scotch and get banged up 3 to a cell with a bucket to pee in. You do somebody here and you get Kirkham Intercontinental. Well, I should write to my MP.
Well, you catch yourself on, son. Just because I've got a few home comforts doesn't make it any less miserable, so it doesn't.
I know, I'm only messing.
Oh, it's an open prison. Still a prison. Still spend most of my time on my own with my own thoughts.
Yeah.
So, that's why I brought you here. Let me get you a coffee. Right, well, I don't quite know how to say this.
Oh, just spit it out.
Well, I think your mother might be seeing somebody else.
Every bloke in here thinks his wife is...
No, wait a minute. I've got evidence, so I have.
Like what?
Like a mate of mine who's seen them together.
Seeing what exactly?
Right, well, you know she's working on the Black Dog, that boozer in Blackpool? Well, the fella who owns it, he's been chasing her around, so he has.
Well, don't you think you should be having this conversation with Mum?
Yeah, well, I tried, but she never even turned up for the last visit. Now, that there's suspicious in itself, isn't it?
Well, did you phone her?
She gave me some excuse about having flu, so she did.
Dad, don't you think you ought to give her the benefit of the doubt? I mean, she stood by you.
I know she has. That's why I don't want to go accusing her until I know what the facts are.
Why are you going to find out what the facts are?
Ah, well, there you are, you see. I thought the best plan would be for you to go and stay.
Oh, no.
No. You just go and visit her like a good boy should, right? You check out the lie of the land, let me know what the crack is.
You want me to go and spy on her? I'm sorry, I don't think so.
Look, I love your mother and I don't want to lose her. But I need to know where I stand, good or bad. So you going to help me?
So you're going to see her?
Tonight. Well, I've got to put his mind at rest, haven't I?
Well, what if she's seeing this bloke? Well, that's not going to put his mind at rest, is it?
Well, I have to tell him something.
Right, give me 10 minutes. I'll be with you.
What?
Well, you're not going to be with her all night, are you? And I haven't been to Blackpool for ages. Night out.
Well, hang on a minute. You want to come?
Well, yeah, why not?
Well, you don't like her.
I'm not going to see her. You drop me off somewhere and I'll meet you later.
No, I can't do that.
Why?
Because it might be a tricky conversation, that's why. I can't just say, right, see you now, because I'm going to come and meet you.
Why not?
Because it's not right, Karen. And she'll probably want to know why you haven't come to see her.
She'll be glad. She don't like me any more than I like her. Oh, I see. So you can have a night out in Blackpool, but I can't. Is that it?
Karen, I don't want to go to flaming Blackpool in the first place. Right, fine, look. Either you come with me and you see her, and if we've time, then we'll go out, or I'll go on my own.
Just say you don't want me there.
Karen, please! I've had a hard day, now tell me what you want to do.
Go on your own.
Right, fine, I'll see you later.
I want some Blackpool rock and a sticky toffee apple.
There you go, love. Thank you.
Orange juice, please, love, when you're ready.
Steve. What are you doing? Come here. Oh.
How are you?
I'm good. Good. Are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad.
How's Karen?
She's well. She sends her love.
I can't believe this. I'll get you that drink. So, is this just by chance, or,
No. My dad's asked me to come and see you.
Really?
Yeah. He's worried about you.
Why?
You missed a visit the other week.
Yeah, but I explained that to him on phone. I had flu, I could hardly get out of bed.
Yeah, he said.
What, didn't he believe me?
Mum, he reckons there's something going on between you and the guy that runs this place.
What? Where's he got that from?
One of his mates has seen you together, apparently.
Really? Where? In bed?
He doesn't know how far it's gone. Look, I'm just passing on what he said.
Steve, 3 years I've been following your dad around this country. Finding new jobs, new places to live, just to be near him. Then I miss one flaming visit. Is that why he called you in to tell you that?
All right, look, he said there's nothing going on. That's good. I'll tell him.
All right, sweetheart.
Laurie, it's your night off, isn't it?
Well, I thought I'd come and keep you company. Are you going to introduce me?
This is my son, Steve.
And who's this?
Laurie Dyson, Liz's boss. Pleased to meet you.
So my dad was right.
This isn't how it looks.
Well, that's me thinking he'd finally lost it.
Believe me.
You were telling me a pack of lies because you didn't expect him to come in tonight.
I said what I did because there's nothing going on.
Well, that's not true, is it? Clearly.
Do you like wine, Steve?
Depends who we're drinking with.
Do I get one?
I think they need you behind the bar, actually, Liz.
I think us three need to talk, don't we?
Just give us 5 minutes. Your good health.
What's going on?
Your mother's a lovely lady.
Yeah. Her husband thinks so and all.
Her husband's serving 8 years for murder.
Manslaughter. They'll be out for parole in one.
But even if he does get out, how's he going to pick up the pieces and give her the life she deserves?
It's got nothing to do with you. And if you've any sense, she'll keep it that way. He's not a man with whom to mess.
She's worth more than this. Slipping round the country while they're shifting from pillar to post.
Yeah, it's called devotion, mate.
He's been wearing thin of late, whatever it is.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look, I know this can't be easy for you, but Liz has got to move on.
I said, what does that mean?
I'm giving her the love and attention she deserves, that's all. And I'd say she's thriving on it.
What do you mean, love and attention?
You're a married man, Steve. I'm sure I don't have to spell it out for you.
If you've laid one finger on her...
Hey, you two, do you think I need this?
Sorry, Liz. Last thing I want is to spoil things. Sorry if I upset you, Steve. No hard feelings, eh? I'll leave you to it, for now.
So, come on. Truth.
The truth is, we're just friends.
Friends don't kiss like that. You were touching like he practically owns you.
It's just his manner. He doesn't owe me and he's never going to.
That's not what you said.
Well, we're wrong.
Mum, I'm not stupid. There's something going on between you two. It's obvious, so why don't you just admit it?
There's nothing going on. Look, Steve, the last 3 years haven't been easy for me. few weeks ago, I were hanging on by the skin of my teeth, and Laurie helped me through that.
So you're going to pay him in kind?
No.
Well, it's not going to be long, is it, Mum? I mean, the pair of you live under the same roof.
I can handle Laurie, don't worry.
Oh, so you're going to blow him out, are you?
I can't upset him too much, or I'd be out of a job. And a man a place to live.
You know, me dad is worried sick he's going to lose you. And from what I've seen and heard tonight, I think he's right.
If I were going to walk out with me dad, he'd be the first to know that is not going to happen. So why don't you just go back and tell him he's got nothing to worry about?
Look, all I'm saying is, what can you expect? She's hardly the type to sit at home down in socks and making jam.
So she was just the type, actually.
Who?
Hayley.
Keep up, Steve. Talk about your mother.
Oh, sorry, did you come with operating instructions? Because if you did, I haven't read them.
Look, all I'm saying is, if your dad's in prison for years and years, then it's no wonder knickers are getting took from time to time.
That is my mother you're talking about there.
Yes, I know. And she's a slapper, and he needs telling. I mean, he knows that she's messing around with that fella,
Laurie.
Yeah, so it's not as if you're telling him something he doesn't already know, is it?
Still going to hurt him, though, isn't he?
It's going to hurt him a lot more if you tell him nothing's going on and then he comes out of prison and she's shacked up with this fella, tropical fish tank and matching bedside cabinets.
Would you wait for me if I went inside?
Get real, Steve.
I don't see why I can't come with you.
It's a Newton and Ridley party. Have you ever been one of their licensees?
No.
Well, I have, which is why I've been invited and why I'm going.
Well, how do I know you're really going to this party? You might be going to meet your Steve or visit Jim.
If I was, I'd tell you. Laurie, I've warned you, I don't like possessive men. Here's the invite. See for yourself.
I'm sorry, I'm just... Did he say anything about me? Your Steve?
No, why should I?
Well, I would, if I found out my mother had a new boyfriend.
You're not my boyfriend.
We went to bed together.
Once. And I've told you, it's not going to happen again. I regret it ever did.
Well, I've no regrets.
It's dead and buried. If you want me to stay working here...
You know I do.
Then forget it. What? Laurie, I've told you I don't want to talk about it. I've said all I'm saying. Just leave it, will you?
Big hair, short skirt, and fella trouble. Could only be Liz McDonald.
Bet!
The one and only.
What are you doing? Thought you were working.
I've just spoke to me dad.
Ah, right. And what did you say?
Said my mum was playing away.
Ouch.
Well, last I heard, you were in Brighton.
Well, I still am in Brighton. I've got an interest in a little place down there. Small, but select. How about you? Last I heard, you got back with Jim when he went in prison.
That's right, yeah. And we're both still behind bars. Only he gets lights out at 10, I chuck out at 11:30. I'm working here now in Blackpool. Jim was transferred to an open prison a few months back, so I got a job close by and I visit him whenever I get the chance.
Can't be easy.
Whenever was life easy?
So, who was the fella? Oh,
Long story.
best told over a couple of gins in that case. Well, it's supposed to be a brewery, do I reckon there should be a bar or two about the place.
Hey, I only came to get out of the pub. I am so glad you're here. A friendly face.
I don't see many of them these days. Oh, talking of unfriendly faces. Is that Fred Elliott over there?
Oh, yeah.
Fanta, quick, before he spots us.
Hello, ladies. Look who it is.
Fred, fancy seeing you here. What a surprise.
I was invited by Cecil Newton. We go way back. Just look at you, pair.
Easy, Tiger.
You two ladies. Beautiful blooms, oh yes. I am glad to see you two. I were beginning to think it was just a lot of fat old fellas in suits.
Well, Liz and I were just seeking out the nearest watering hole.
Well, then, if you'll let me accompany you, under my patronage, you will not have to get your purses out.
Well, actually, Fred, I think you'll find the brewery's paying for all drinks.
Oh, is it? Oh, never mind that. Shall we?
I see many faces that my father and I haven't seen for a few years, so I'm sure you'll all want to catch up with old friends. One other thing, the bar is now cash only. Enjoy your afternoon.
Didn't take long for the free bar to run out then.
No. Good job with such a gentleman as Fred here.
Good job indeed. Do you know what? I feel like champagne.
Oh, do you think we should?
Why not? It is a special occasion. Isn't that right, Fred?
Tis that. I'll fetch us a bottle.
He's harmless enough. Have you seen anyone you like the look of?
This lot, you've got to be joking.
Shame. We could have got hitched up. Sneaked off right the big one.
Same old bet. I'll tell you something, I've not had much to smile about lately.
Oh, well, you know why that is, don't you?
Why?
You're an independent woman with a mind of your own who still wants a fella to treat you like a princess. There's thousands of us, love, and we never have much to smile about. In the end, we just paint the smile on each day.
Like clowns.
What do you say we ditch Fred? Find a quiet corner, I'll get us a couple of large gins and we'll save on the tonics by scracking in them.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put a dampener on the party.
Hey, this is your Auntie Bet. I know you, lady, and I care. Come on.
Elizabeth Teresa Lynch, as I live and breathe.
Cecil, are you still living and breathing?
I wasn't 5 minutes ago when my boring son was droning on, but the sight of you's put new life in my old bones. Who's this lovely young lady?
Liz McDonald. Liz, this is Cecil Newton.
How do you do?
Widower, chairman of the board, 3.6 million in the bank, 70 years young and all my teeth are my own.
Oh, nice.
Bet, you look amazing. Like a fine wine, you improve with age. Are those real?
I've never been asked that before.
The diamonds. No, they're not, are they? It's a bit of a hobby of mine, diamonds. Comes of being a bit of a rough one myself. You should come up and see my collection. I've got some amazing ones would look wonderful hanging around that neck of yours.
Diamonds, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they are meant to be a girl's best friend.
Well, I think we should leave this place and go into town. I know a nice club would make us very welcome.
But it's your party.
Well, not really. I'm just an old codger. They wheel out every now and again. Philip does the business, all the meetings, the decisions. I can't be bothered. I'd rather spend my time with an old friend like Fred or two luscious lovelies like yourselves. To the ladies.
To the ladies!
Here you are, Father. There's a phone call for you.
Well, can't you deal with it?
No, it's your bookmaker.
Oh, well, I best deal with it myself then. If you'll excuse me. Bet, I hope this isn't a flying visit.
Actually, I had planned on staying a few nights.
Oh, splendid. You can stay with me. I'll get my car to take you up to the Grange.
Ah, no. You see, the thing is
Actually,
that-
Bet's agreed to stay with me a few nights at the Black Dog.
Oh, well, that's not one of our houses, is it?
No, free house.
Oh, splendid. Well, I shall know where you are. I'll contact you very shortly, my dear.
I'll look forward to that.
Hey, you're well in there.
Can you imagine if I'd have stayed at the Grange? I bet none of them bedroom doors have got locks on them.
He's always been the same as Cecil. I say he's never changed, Randy, old goat. You best keep well out of grabbing distance. Oh, now, I've got something here you might well be interested in.
Right.
I've a caravan off the South Shore. Now, I'm not using it myself, so you're welcome to it. Just leave the keys at the site office. Well, I shall be around for a few days on a spot of business, so we'll bump into each other, eh?
Oh, you can't beat it, can you?
I'd have thought you'd have had enough sea air in Brighton.
No, it's not like this in Brighton. No, you can't beat Blackpool. Candy floss, cockles, beer and donkeys. I close my eyes and I'm a little girl again. running across the beach, dodging waves, and eating butties full of sand.
Hey, I used to see this lad from here. Oh, Trevor something. And he once threatened to throw himself off tower if I wouldn't marry him.
What did you do?
I told him, jump. I can't be doing with emotional blackmail. Besides, Trevor was just a bit too reliable. Only exciting thing he ever did was threaten to jump. I think he got a job selling insurance.
I don't do safe. You see, I like not knowing where I stand. It keeps me on my toes, keeps me young.
But don't you get tired of it all, though? Don't there come a time when you want to just relax and kick off your shoes and give in to it all?
I'll relax enough when I'm 6 feet under. I'm like this place. When the dark nights start drawing in and the illuminations sparkle. Just like me.
Hello? Hey, Dad. You're joking? I'm on my way.
I thought you'd come back early to help me downstairs.
It's my day off. I just want to have a few drinks and set the world to rights, we bet. Is that all right?
I suppose.
Is it okay if she stays a few nights?
I've told you. I want you to think of this place as your home. I'll only be downstairs if you need me.
Things all right?
Why is life so complicated?
Would you be happy if it were easy? I know I wouldn't. I had this friend once. She used to say there's nought in this life worth having unless you've got to fight to get it. She were a redhead. In fact, she used to live in your old house.
I should have stayed in Coronation Street.
Things change. People change.
Does it? I'm not so sure. You know, when I was going to marry Jim again, he pleaded with me not to be tied to him. He didn't want me to be alone, waiting for him to come out of prison. He wanted me to get on with my life.
Very big of him.
Yeah. Well, I told him he was talking rubbish, that I'd wait forever if I had to. He had the measure of me, all right. I love him. Honest, I do. I always have. But I get so lonely, Bet. I'm no good on my own. I need someone to be with, someone to talk to. I need a man in my bed. Does that make me sound cheap?
Well, if it does, I'm in bargain bucket with you. So, you and this Laurie?
He's kind, generous. I came to work here, resident barmaid. I knew he fancied me. He gave me a buzz. We flirted. I went to bed with him, just the once.
Only the once? Well, it like London, not worth going there twice.
He wasn't Jim. I'd held out for nearly 3 years and I felt so guilty. Now I can hardly bear to look at him.
Get another job.
Oh, I'm tired of moving from job to job, bedsit to bedsit. I just want to stay in the same place for a few months. I can handle Laurie. Like I say, he's a nice man. He takes no for an answer. He may not like it, but he respects me. Thing is, I don't respect myself anymore. Back early?
Yeah, I've not been working.
Wish I hadn't. Baldwin's been on my back all day. Who's this?
Karen, this is my dad. Jim.
What about you, Karen?
But you're in prison.
No, he's not. He's escaped.
Is he still here?
Of course he is. Where else would he be?
If he cared anything for you at all, a million miles away from here.
Karen, will you please just give it a rest?
Do you realise the risk you are under, harboring an escaped convict?
It's me father.
Where is he?
Still asleep.
Oh, very cool.
We were up until the early hours of the morning talking.
Planning on where you're going to hide him when the cops come?
Karen, what do you want me to do? Kick him out?
That is exactly what I want you to do.
Morning. Karen, I used your bathroom. I hope you don't mind.
No, she doesn't. Want some breakfast?
Yeah, that'd be good, so it would.
Well, look, there's coffee there. Kettle's just boiled if you want one.
Sorry, pardon me. Do you mind if I break up this cosy little domestic scene? When exactly do you plan to go?
Karen, look, I'm really sorry I just turned up like this out of the blue, but really I had no alternative.
Yeah, you did. Could have slept in someone's doorway or under a railway bridge.
Karen, that's enough.
Oh, is it? No, I don't think so. You realise the risk that you're putting us under, aiding and abetting an escaped convict? I mean, he's got a record, and you know that.
Yes, I do know that. And like I said, Pet, I'm sorry I just turned up, but I was desperate.
And you're prepared to risk sending your son down when you get caught?
Oh, don't worry your head. I'm not getting caught. I'm not going back to prison.
Well, if you mean by that you're going to top yourself, can you do it as soon as possible and as far away from me as you can find?
Karen!
Don't worry, Steve. Let her go. She's right. The last thing I should have done was put you two at risk.
Oh, why don't you turn yourself in, Dad? Well, if you do it now, then it won't be so bad, will it?
Yeah, I'm sorry, son. I'm not going back to jail. Listen, Stephen, I haven't asked you too many favours over the years, have I? The only reason I'm here is because I needed cash and some new clothes. Well, I'm going to ask you for a favour now, son, and if you don't want to do it, you just tell me. But I need to get to Blackpool, so I do. I need to see your mother.
Heck, it takes you back, does this? Me and you sat round the living room with a mug of tea before opening up.
Yeah, well, I won't be opening up anything today except maybe my purse.
Something planned, have we?
I thought a little trip round the old town, relive a few memories.
Morning, ladies.
Hello.
Not interrupting out, I hope.
It's a good job you didn't show your face 5 minutes later. I could have been in the middle of a very embarrassing and personal recollection.
Hey, don't let me stop you. I like a woman with a past.
Oh, the trouble is, it's nearly all past nowadays.
Nay, bet you've enough life in you to power all the trams in Blackpool.
And to keep the illuminations going all year round.
Yeah, we can't both be wrong. How are you, Elizabeth?
Give over with your soft soap and tell us what you're here for. It's not often you go out your way unless you want summit.
And I do. I want to invite you on my seagoing luxury cruiser which is moored in Fleetwood.
Well, I've always had an eye for a sailor, Cecil. But I'm afraid I've already promised Liz here I'd go with her on a trip around town.
Well, what about a trip around the harbour? You're as welcome as Becky's.
Oh, I'm not much caught with flying jibs.
Hey, my yacht's motor-powered. So, you don't have to worry about pulling sail.
And I can see you're all revved up, Cecil. No, I'll not be one to make waves. You two go off and enjoy yourselves.
Well, if that's the way you want it, Cocker. And you can wait here. I'll go and fetch my sou'wester.
You still here?
Right.
Well, go and get the rest of me kit.
I've laid some stuff out for you on the bed.
Thank you, son.
Right, I went to the supermarket. Am I shopping for 2 or 3?
Give up, Karen. He's not going to be here long.
Why? You told him to get lost.
You know I can't do that.
Well, what is the plan, Steve? Do I get any say in it?
I'm going to take him Blackpool when it's dark.
What?
Well, he's got to see me, Mum.
Well, then let him hitchhike.
I'm taking him, Karen.
No, not if I tell the police, you know.
No, you're not.
No? Watch me.
You do, Karen, and it's over. I mean it.
Last orders, eh? I thought you'd have at least called a saucy lady.
Why? Well, I've got one in real life.
So where's the hunky bosun to find me on board, then?
Oh, I gave him the day off.
Sounds like you've got something planned.
Well, I've had the master bedroom reupholstered.
You're subtle, Cecil. I'll give you that.
Go on.
Oh,
There you are.
you.
Hey, my son. Now, what the hell does he want?
Keeping an eye on you?
Keeping an eye on my love life, more like.
Dad, I said I'd find you here. Isn't this your charming friend from the party?
Well, I'm not just his friend, love. I'm his inspiration.
I can see why.
This is my son, Philip. Philip? Big Bent Lynch. My old friend and confidant.
Delighted.
Likewise.
Well, now you're here, I suppose you might as well have a drink.
The usual warm welcome.
Happen he thinks you're cramping his style.
Oh, I'm sorry, perhaps I'm interrupting something.
Hardly the weather for stripping down to your thermals, love.
You are aware he's getting a bit senile, I trust.
Is he? Do you know, I hadn't noticed. All the important bits seem to be functioning.
I hope you're not serious.
That's for me to know and you to try and find out.
My father has a very acute heart condition.
And I'm not going to break his heart. But if what's worrying you is losing your inheritance to some old gold digger, then rest assured, we're just good mates. I'm not after his money.
She's been away 3.5 hours, so she has.
She's a woman, Dad. You know what they're like. She's shopping.
As long as she's not shopping, mate.
Well, she wouldn't do it, I'm telling you.
She doesn't like me, so she doesn't.
It's not that. She doesn't want it all to come back on me. She will end up visiting me in strange ways.
Ah, well, I hope you're right.
See that there now? She's either forgotten a key or she can't be bothered lugging all that stuff upstairs on her. Hello, honey.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes?
Detective Constable Hooker. Can I talk to you, please?
Police! You're joking. Get in the kitchen. Where? I don't know, anywhere. Find some...
Mr. McDonald, I need to see you urgently. Could you please open the door now?
Look, I'm gonna have to let him in.
What? Mr. McDonald.
Yeah, sorry about that. The button doesn't work sometimes. I'll try and buzz you in. So he's absconded on a day release.
Yes, he has.
Why would he do that?
I thought maybe you could tell me that.
Well, I've no idea.
So you haven't seen him at all?
Well, he wouldn't come here, would he? Be the first place you'd look.
Had a visitor, have you, Mr. McDonald?
No, I've told you.
It's just there's 2 mugs here.
Well, I'm married, aren't I? And the wife does drink tea.
I know, it's been ages. I was getting some new customers.
The police are looking for me, Dad.
You his wife?
Yep.
I don't suppose you've seen your father-in-law either.
No, we haven't, I've told you.
You know aiding and abetting an escaped prisoner is a very serious offence.
Of course I do. And he's not here. So I don't know why you're wasting your time.
You won't mind if we have a quick look round then, will you?
I might. I might think it's harassment.
I could always leave DC Roundtree here while I obtain a search warrant if you prefer.
Fine, if you're going to do it anyway.
Cheers. So, your son's more or less taken over from you now then, has he?
Oh, he liked it. He thinks I'm old-fashioned.
Hey, happen with both fellas.
Well, we still have our values. Nowadays it's all targets and mission statements.
The only mission I ever knew about was called the Mission of Glad Tidings at the end of our street. And the only statements that came out of there were about how my skirts were too short and my blouses were too low.
Well, times haven't changed that much then, have they?
Bit more support needed nowadays, but all in good working order.
Oh, you look $1 million, bet.
Oh, I don't think your lad were that impressed.
Oh, I don't care much about his thinking. If I was right honest, I don't care much about him at all.
Cecil, that's a terrible thing to say about your son.
I didn't say I didn't love him. I said I didn't like him. His only interest is in inheriting my brass when I've gone.
I'm sure that's not true.
I bet he quizzed you when he arrived, didn't he? Told you I was senile.
We did have a few words.
I bet you did. He looked petrified when I saw him. I saw panic written all over his face.
Well, he's no need to be jealous of me, because I'm not after your brass.
No, but you might get it.
How do you mean?
I've always admired you, Ben. You know I've always fancied you.
Hey, don't go mad. Admiration's enough.
Not for me. I want to do more than just sit and look at you.
Be careful, Cecil. Remember your dicky ticker.
You always make a joke of things.
Well, I try and keep things light.
That's what I like about you. That's why I'd be honoured if you'd share the rest of my days with me.
Hey?
I want to marry you, Ben. I want to share the rest of my life with you.
Satisfied?
Yes, thanks.
Well, I did tell you.
Had to be sure. If it was my father asking for help, I'd not let him down.
Yeah, right.
You will get in touch if he contacts you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Right. Bye, then.
Bye, then.
Wasn't me who told him, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So he's gone then?
No. He was here when they arrived. Sent him into the kitchen.
Well, he's not in here now, is he?
Stephen! Stephen, get us out of here, will you? Hurry up. All clear.
Just get up, Jim. Get up.
Oh, right. Oh. I'll tell you what, another minute in there, I'd have boiled alive, so would.
That was just stupid. I want you to get out now.
What? Karen, if he leaves now, the police will pick him up 5 minutes later.
You don't know that?
Karen, they're probably watching the flat right now.
He's right. They'll be camped down the end of the street watching the place, and they'll be there all day, I'm telling you.
I don't care how you do it. I want you out of here now, otherwise I'm going to go and tell the police that you're here.
Oh, really? Well, all right, Karen, I'll go, but I am not going today because they're watching your place. If they see me leaving here, you two are going to be up to your necks in it. Don't you understand that? And believe it or not, I don't want that to happen.
You see, I like you, Cecil. But I don't love you. You're a good mate and you make me laugh. But I think there's got to be a bit more to it than that.
I don't. I'm not worried about love either. It's company I'm after. Somebody to share the same values, to share a few jokes, do some travelling. It's no fun eating alone.
Yes, I do know that.
And you'll be well cared for. You won't want for outbed.
I know that, Cecil, and I'm touched.
But the idea doesn't appeal to you.
I'm not saying that. We're good mates. We've always rubbed along well. But we've only just met up again. It's come as a bit of a shock.
I know. But when you're my age, you haven't got the luxury of waiting.
Hey, there's none of us going to see the next millennium, Cecil. But I need time. Why don't we just see how things go? And then maybe, only maybe, mind, I'll consider your proposal.
So you're not turning me down?
No. But give me time, Cecil. I've a lot to think about. Liz, you'll never guess what's happened to me today.
What?
Well, I was on Cecil Newton's cruiser down at the marina. What's up? Is something wrong?
You could say that, yeah. Police have been to search my room. Jim's escaped from prison.
Right. And I went away to my bed.
We'll get plenty of sleep. We're up at 5.
Karen, thanks very much for your hospitality. I realise it's more than I deserve.
Go to bed, eh, Jim?
You shouldn't talk to him like that.
He's lucky I'm talking to him at all.
Look, he wants to go and see me, Mum. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. As long as he did it without involving you.
Well, it's too late for that.
Well, I'm gone in the morning, Steve, and I mean it.
Yeah. And I'm going with him.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Karen, he'd do the same for me. We're family.
Yes. And we're family and all, me and you.
Well, you may as well save your breath, Karen, because I'm taking him, and that's that. And don't worry, you needn't be involved.
Involved? I'm already involved. I mean, up to my eyes. You think I'm going to let you two deadheads out on the road on your own? You're very much mistaken.
Oh, now, hang on a minute. You're not coming.
Try and stop me. 'Cause at least with someone with a little bit of intelligence around, you've got an even chance of not getting caught.
wrong, is there? Oh, now I saw you had the police round.
Oh, no. Someone we had in the cab earlier, the police were interested in.
Well, I'm relieved to hear it. See you.
See you now. Let's go.
Oh, no. Look, I'm not a suitcase, I'm a human being.
Dad, get in there!
No, I'm not travelling like that. I'll lie down flat in the back of the cab, nobody will be any the wiser.
I've just thought. You didn't mind me asking, did you?
No.
I didn't want you to think I was just being nosy. Morning, love.
Morning, Rita.
Anyway, I'll leave you to get on.
Great. Trip to Blackpool. Escape convict in the back.
You don't have to come.
Oh, yes, I do.
He must have taken leave of his senses.
Which one of us wouldn't if we were locked up long enough?
Well, yeah, but he was through the worst of it. And he was so pleased at being moved to an open prison. Now he'll be right back to square one, won't he?
What will you do if he turns up here?
Well, I'm hoping he won't. I'm hoping he gives himself up.
And you're going to still be working?
Well, I'll have to, else Laurie'll know there's something wrong. What about you?
Well, this'll cheer you up. I was going to tell you yesterday, but I didn't get a chance. Cecil wants to marry me.
No.
See? You're not the only one with problems.
Only me.
Oh, we don't normally see you this early. Have you just come to check whether I've had anybody stop in the night?
If you mean that bet woman, then I would hope you've more sense.
I have. I've asked her to marry me, and then she can stop here for good.
Dad, please, don't even joke about it.
Who's joking? I'm perfectly serious, and so is she. We have to be at our age. I've asked her to marry me, and she's considering the idea.
If that's true...
It is.
Then you must have gone stark staring mad. Dad, I mean it. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, so no congratulations, then?
That woman's a cheap tart, out for everything she can get.
That woman, as you refer to her, is about to be your stepmother. So a little bit of respect will be welcome.
But come on, I mean, for one thing, you've only just met her.
I've known Bet for years. I've had my eye on her for years. It's just the opportunity never presented itself. But it has now, and I'm taking it.
Yeah, like she intends to take you for every last penny.
No, Bet's not after my money. She's after the same thing as me. Companionship, happiness.
She'll make a laughing stock out of the both of us. Well, you're not. I'm going to put a stop to it.
Oh, how are you?
Right, I suppose she works.
Looks like a right dive.
What do you think we should do now, then?
Well, I think you two should stay here and I'll go and see how it is.
We're all going to end up in jail, aren't we?
Oh, will you calm down?
Well, we are.
Look, I'm sorry about all this, lovey, but as soon as I've seen Liz, then, well, there's really no need for you and Steve to be involved anymore. So there's none.
He's watching you like a hawk, watching something it fancies for its dinner.
As long as he's only watching, we don't mind that, do we?
Hi, Mum.
Hi, darling.
Hello?
No, it's me. I'm surprised every time I look in the mirror. What's happened?
Your dad's in the car outside.
No.
He's run away from prison.
I know. We've had the police here. What does he think he's playing at?
He, wants to talk to you.
Well, I can't come out now, can I? And you can't bring him in here. I told you we've had the police here already.
Here. Fred Elliott's caravan. The one I was supposed to be stopping in. No.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Where is it?
Regent Caravan Park.
Hang on. Laurie?
What can I do you for?
Regent Caravan Park, where is it?
South Shore. Turn left before Pleasure Beach, then off to your right.
Oh, I'll let him know.
OK, I'll be along as soon as I can.
Excuse me? Last of the Red Hot Lovers. Hello, sailor.
Jimmy's called, isn't he? Your husband?
Yeah?
Only I was listening to the news. There's a Jim McDonald escaped from prison.
Well, it's a common name. There are lots of people in prison, aren't there?
One less than there should be, bit sound of it. So you don't think it's him?
How would I know?
Suppose not, no.
Quiet round here, son?
Yeah, well, wrong time of year for caravans, fortunately. Listen, here's your kid. Good luck.
Yeah. You make sure your mummy comes to see me, all right?
Yeah, she said she will. Now listen, get him.
Tell that wee girl of yours I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Stephen, look, I really appreciate all you're doing for me, honest to God.
Look, Dad, we just get in and shut the door.
Okay.
Are we going home?
Yeah, look, we're just going to go and see me mum first, eh?
No, what forgot? I won't do that.
Look, either get in or I'll leave you here.
Are you sure you're going to be all right?
I feel better knowing where he is.
Well, give him my love when you do get to see him.
I will.
I am so sorry to have kept you waiting.
I've been waiting for some years now. Another few minutes is neither here nor there.
Hey, you know how to sweet-talk a woman. I'll give you that.
Look, I just wondered if I could go a bit early. Not now, but when it gets a bit quieter, would that be okay?
Of course, yeah. Can I give you a lift anyway?
No. No, I'll be fine, thanks.
That's all I can tell you. Except that you'll definitely know her when you see her. She's blonde and busty and cheap as they come.
There's a few of them in Blackpool.
Not like this one. And I want her followed night and day, yes?
She will be.
But I want pictures. Because it's no use me just telling him what she's been getting up to. I want photographs I can wave in front of his nose.
We can do that.
There's a lot at stake in this, with me on the losing end, unless I can show him just what kind of a nasty, evil parasite this woman is.
I think I took you by surprise a bit, didn't I, proposing like that?
Well, it wasn't what I was expecting, no. But then life's full of surprises, isn't it?
Only if you've slept on it and want to change your mind, that's quite understandable.
Does that mean you'd like me to say that?
No. No, not the very least. Only I don't want you to feel trapped into something that was said on the spur of the moment. You haven't had a chance to think about it.
Well, it's not like we're planning on getting married today, is it?
No, not today.
Well, then.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I've got it all planned. Special license from the bishop, even the honeymoon.
Have you got something against long engagements?
No, but at my age, a pleasure postponed might be a pleasure that was never enjoyed.
Tomorrow, though?
Oh, dear. You thought I was talking about the far, far distant future, didn't you? So far and so distant that it didn't matter what you said. And now you're going to turn me down.
Laurie, is it all right if I get off now? You know you said earlier.
Of course it is. Off to Regent's Caravan Park, are you?
Oh, I don't know where we'll get to. Just want to spend a bit of time with my family.
Of course you do. No, I'm the last one to stand in the way of a family reunion.
Right, I'll be in tonight then.
So now we've finally got rid of your dad, we have to stop here and kite your mother about, do we?
The whole idea of us being here is so we can get them back together. Once we've done that, then we can go home.
No, actually, I don't fancy going home. I mean, we're here now, aren't we? Might as well make a night of it.
Well, you just said...
I know what I was just saying. I've changed my mind. So now I think we'll get a room and we'll stop over. Right. You listen to me. I've done what you wanted, so what you do what I want for a change.
Right, OK, fine.
I can get myself a taxi if you like.
No, you won't. I'm taking you.
Well, I don't think Karen's too keen on that idea, are you, love?
No, I'm not. But what does my opinion matter? Listens to his mother, don't you, Stephen?
You coming?
Yeah, I'm going to stay and have another drink.
OK, fine. Let's go.
You sure?
Yeah. Come on.
Another in there?
Rob will serve you. Pint for the lady. Just popping out for half an hour.
Well, I'll admit I didn't expect things to be moving as fast as tomorrow.
Otherwise, you might have said no.
Probably, yeah.
Well, you could say no now.
Why does it have to be tomorrow, anyway?
It doesn't. But if we put off tomorrow, Hatton will put off whatever date it is after that, and the one after that, forever and forever. And what are we going to do in the meantime? Court each other like a pair of kids? It's a wife I want, Bet, not a girlfriend. But if you don't want to be that wife...
I haven't said.
Well, you've gone very quiet.
It's because I'm thinking.
Will you be thinking long?
Well, give me rest of today at least. Cecil, I'm going to have to leave you. I want to be on my own for a bit, okay?
Well, when will I see you?
Tonight. I'll tell you tonight.
Okay. Just tell me, please, why have you done this? When all it's going to mean...
I did it because I had to see you first.
You see me out and I'm
See
busy!
you once a month. I couldn't wait for the next visit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, look. You and this man who runs the pub.
Laurie.
Laurie. You tell me there's nothing going on between you and Laurie. Tell me, please, I want the truth. Whatever it is, it's doing my head in.
The truth is, there is nothing going on. That is the honest-to-God's truth, whether you believe it or not.
Well, that's not what I have heard.
Who from?
Never you mind who from.
Oh, but whoever it is, you'll believe them sooner than you'll believe me.
Elizabeth, don't you think I want to believe you? What the hell do you think I'm doing in this godforsaken place?
Then listen to me. There is nothing going on between me and Laurie. Oh, yeah, he'd like it if there were. He'd like nothing better. All right, somebody you know has seen him put his arm round me at the back of the bar. I'm not denying that might have happened, but that's as far as it gets, and as far as it's ever gonna get. Because I've been waiting 3 long years for you! Only now, with what you've done, I'm gonna have to wait even longer, aren't I?
You swear to me there's nothing going on.
I swear.
Right. So get out. Move somewhere else.
And where am I supposed to live?
I don't give a monkey's as long as it's nowhere near him.
So you're saying you still don't believe me?
No, I'm saying I've got this picture of the pair of you in my mind and it's breaking me up. Besides, you said he was chasing after you. So why in the name of God wouldn't you want to move away?
I'm not saying I don't want to.
So move.
But it's not as easy as that, is it?
Why not?
I need my wages. I need to make arrangements.
So how long are these arrangements going to take?
Hello, Matt.
Oh, hello.
I thought you were back in Brighton by now. Could you not tear yourself away?
Can't seem to, no.
Well, no, they've not got a tower, have they? And their piers aren't a patch on Blackpool's. Hey, that means you're not using caravan, though.
No, I'm stopping with Liz, like I said.
Well, it's all turned out for best, only. Our Ashley and his family have turned up. And one thing's led to another. And so we'll all be staying there, having a little holiday.
Stopping in caravan?
Oh, yes. Snug as bugs in a rug.
They're not there now, though, are they?
No, they've had to nip home, but they'll not be long. Be nice to take my grandson for a walk on sands before it gets dark.
So you're going to tell him?
I will when I get the right moment, yeah.
And you'll be back tonight?
Yeah, but it'll be late.
I don't really mind, as long as I know you're coming.
Well, it doesn't matter who I am. You're looking for a prisoner on the run, name of Jim McDonald. Well, I can tell you where he is.
Well, well, well.
You've got to get out of here now. Come on.
Why? What's going on?
It's what's going to go on. Fred Elliott and I don't know, hundreds of others are going to be moving in here any minute.
I thought you said Stephen.
I know what I told Stephen. I was wrong. Come on.
All right. And your horses.
And don't worry. I thought of somewhere else for you.
Eh?
You like being on a boat?
Do you know, strangely enough, Bet, I haven't been sailing for quite a while.
Cecil Newton, who's my sort of fiancé in way.
Fiancé?
Don't ask. He's got one moored at Fleetwood. If I can only get you there.
That sounds like it's coming this way.
Oh, hellfire.
Look, I reckon someone's grasped me up, you know.
Who would, though? Unless it was somebody who saw you when you come here. Oh! Keep moving. Oh.
Hello? What's going on here? What do you think you're doing?
And you are?
I'm the chap what owns this caravan, that's who I am.
What's your name?
Elliot. Frederick Handel Elliot. Have I been robbed? Has somebody broken in?
Have you had anybody staying here, sir?
No. There should have been, but no, nobody.
Looks like we might have had a false alarm.
So nobody's broken in?
They haven't, sir, no.
Except for you. How did you get in?
The site manager had a key.
Oh.
You didn't ring us by any chance, did you?
Why should I do that?
About an escaped convict?
No, I didn't. Would you like me to?
Sorry to have troubled you, sir. Like I say, false alarm. We'll leave you to it.
That was going to Fleetwood. We could have got that.
We'll wait at the next stop. Just hang on, hang on. Have half a Blackpool Sands in here.
Oh, poor thing. Hey, listen, Bet. What? Trying to ask you a question. Look, has Liz said anything to you about your man Laurie and that boozer?
Is that what all this is about?
Oh, well, when I was inside, one of the lads said he'd heard that they'd been cozying up behind the bar together.
You want locking up for your own good, you?
Is that you saying there's nothing going on?
Not going on as he'd like it to go on, no. Jim, you should know that.
I know, but you know what I'm like, Bet. I get some idea in my head and I can't get rid of the damn thing. Oh, no, it's the police. Come here, the other side.
I'll do better than that. Give us a kiss. What? Come on. Now, be gentle with you. Don't be scared.
We're way on, we're all right.
Back. You've learned a few tricks in that prison.
You're a wonderful woman, Bet, and I'm very grateful, believe me.
A lot of fellas have said that. Come on. Let's get a tram up front.
Aye, onward.
I'm surprised to see you back here so soon. I was surprised to see you back here at all, after what was said before.
I don't want to fall out with you, Dad. I admit what I said might have been a bit strong, but it's because I'm worried.
About yourself or me?
I just think that if you're not careful, you're going to be making the biggest mistake of your life.
I already made that 20 years ago by not marrying her then. But you've nothing to worry about. There might not be a marriage.
Why not?
Well, Beth and I have been at cross purposes. She wasn't aware that I was talking about tomorrow. She thought, oh, years on. Anyway, she's reconsidering.
I'll bet she is. How long's that going to take her? 10 minutes?
She said she'd tell me tonight.
And what's this then?
That's nothing to do with you. Give it here.
It's for her, isn't it?
Give it here. Come on.
Well, if you're worrying about whether she'd want to marry you, don't. Because the minute she sees that...
That's enough. Subject's closed.
She'll want to marry you, all right.
I said, don't.
And then what do you think will happen once this joke of a marriage takes place? You think she's going to stay faithful? You think she's going to be content watching him bowling on Stanley Park and eating fancy cakes at the Imperial rest of her life? No chance. Look, you say you're doing this for company, to have somebody here with you. You won't see her for dust. She'll be off picking up fellas and trying out every hotel bed in Blackpool.
Leave this house. Get out!
I'm going. And when I come back, it'll be with proof of what I'm saying.
The only way you're coming back is with an apology. That's the only way you're coming back.
Well, we'll see, shall we?
Yes, we will.
So I wanted to stay in a hotel.
This is a hotel.
No, it's a boarding house.
Yeah, so it is, sorry.
Don't care about me. All you care about is your mum and your convict dad. Well, not tonight, because they can take a back seat because you're going to take me out.
Right, fine.
And I don't mean back to that great little pub either. Sitting talking to your mum all night, I mean out.
Look, we might just call in.
No, baby, why?
Because I want to see how she is after she's seen him.
What do you mean, how she is? She's not going to be any different, is she? She's still going to be wanting you to wait around on foot.
I want to know what they've decided. I want to know what's going to happen to him.
That means I was involved in transporting him about again.
Well, you don't have to be. You can stay here. I'll go on my own.
You know what I could do anytime I wanted? I could phone the police, tell me where your dad is. Then it'd all be over.
It'll be over between me and you.
I'm not saying I would.
No?
Oh, I was only joking. Go and see your mum. Then take him out. There you go, thank you.
Going to be local news on in 10 minutes. You going to have a listen?
Why should I?
See if they've picked up your husband.
That's if it is it.
Oh, I think it probably is, don't you? I mean, your son turning up. I'm not a fool, you know, Liz.
I know you're not. But this is my problem, and I'm the only one who can solve it.
I admire the sacrifice you're making. I do, really. But what's it for? Somebody you were never happy with when you were together, from what you told me. Do you think you're going to be any happier when he finally does come out?
I think we've a chance, yeah.
No. What you think is that you're under an obligation. That you've no choice, but you have to wait. Well, you don't, you know. Not when you've got somebody else wanting to take care of you.
I appreciate that. Actually, I've been thinking, I don't know how long I'm going to be stopping here.
Oh, no, come on.
This is no good for either of us.
Look, you're going through a tough time. You don't want to be making silly decisions you're going to regret. We'll have a good talk when all this about your husband's been cleared up, all right? I'm going to have a listen to the news. I'll let you know if anything's happened.
Now, there should be a key here somewhere.
So, this belongs to the man who wants to marry you, then, but?
Well, he says he does.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be hanging around, so I wouldn't. Hey? I'd be telling him tomorrow soon enough.
Yes, well, you would, because you're anybody's you. I found that out. Come on, get your stored away where you'll be safe. Cecil's. But don't worry. I'll see you don't go near while Jim's there.
Well, you were expecting me to go see him tonight.
I don't think he will be now. For one thing, they lock it up. I'm not sure you get in.
He says he wants me to give my notice in here and move out, and he won't give himself up till I do.
What did you say?
Well, I said I will, but I need some time. Otherwise, I'll be putting myself out on the streets.
Oh, you don't want to do that?
And now Laurie is behaving in a very peculiar fashion.
I thought you were doing that already.
Well, you were giving me the impression that you were expecting to hear something about Jim on the news. Then he got all steamed up when there wasn't anything.
You can understand that. He'll want to see him locked up again, won't he?
Hiya.
Anyway, I've got to prepare for my big day, so I'll leave you to it.
I'll see you later. Your dad's not in the caravan anymore. Bet's had to move in.
What's she done that for?
Oh, I'll tell you later. Do you want a drink?
No, I've got Karen in the car. Perhaps I'll take her out. Have you sorted things out with Dad?
We're halfway there.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
Hey, enjoy your night out.
Caravan than I expected.
Still a bit of a squash. But once we get the car back, I reckon we'll be... Hey, look who it is. Steve.
All right, Ash.
Son. What are you two doing here?
Well, we've just come for a couple of nights away, you know.
Yes, he's got some family here.
My mum, you mean?
No, what's got mum?
Well, we brought our Josh for a few days. I know it doesn't look like it, but my dad's babysitting him.
So we can have a walk.
Yeah, and it was his idea, not ours.
Well, all of it's been his idea, really.
Right.
Right, see you then.
I hope we don't bump into anybody else while we're here. Because it weren't worth us coming.
This is nice.
Philip were round earlier. My son.
Oh, yes.
I'm telling you this because I want you to know everything before you make a decision.
Go on.
Well, he thinks I'm being an old fool. That you're only after me for my money. And that even if we were wed, I'd never see you because you'd be out gallivanting around Blackpool.
And do you think he's right?
Well, of course I don't. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
No, but I would. I mean, if I was just after your money, how can you be sure I'm not?
Well, of course I can't. Not 100%. Nobody could.
I mean, it's not as though I love you, is it?
No.
I told you that. And how could I? We've only just met up again.
Well, what if I cancel tomorrow? So there'd be no wedding. And we could go on seeing each other like we did before. How would that be?
But you said that that was the one thing that you didn't want.
Well, I know.
That it either had to be marriage or nothing. Come on, Cecil. At least have the courage of your own convictions.
Well, I don't know what else to say.
Well, say the same thing that you said before.
Well, what was that?
Ask me, will I marry you?
Well, I've already had my answer to that, haven't I?
Not from me.
Well, as good as. You said you didn't love me.
Well, of course I don't. But what does that matter?
Well, most folks think he does.
Most folk are younger than us. Most folk haven't learned, whereas we have. I've lived with fellas I've been head over heels in love with. I've been as miserable as sin. I don't want any more of that, thank you.
Well, what do you want?
I want to be with somebody that I like. Somebody I can trust. And somebody I can be at ease with.
I'll go along with that.
Well, then say it.
Will you marry me?
I will. Yes.
You will?
Did you not think I would?
Not after what was said before. No, I didn't.
Well, I'm sorry if I've disappointed you.
Oh, you haven't. You haven't. It's just that...
And we are still talking tomorrow, I hope.
Well, that's up to you.
Well, if it's up to me, yes. I will marry you tomorrow.
I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot this. For you.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's very, very nice.
I was going to have them put it on the table, so that it were there when you walked in.
You know what I would have done, don't you?
What?
I would have walked out. It's very nice, and I'm very grateful. But it's not what matters, is it?
No. No, it isn't.
Wasn't expecting to see you tonight.
You said to let you know as soon as I had anything.
And you have?
Well, see what you think. You're right about one thing, though. She stands out in a crowd. No problem picking her out.
The problem isn't picking her out, it's getting rid of her.
Anyway, I've taken some pictures here that I think you might find interesting.
Let's have a look.
They were taken this afternoon. I picked her up at the pub, like you said. Followed her to Regent Caravan Park. She wasn't there long before she left in the company of the man you see there.
I told him. I told the dozy old fool she'd have a man tucked away somewhere. It's fantastic.
Do you want me to continue surveillance, or...?
No need. No, these should do the trick. There'll be no more talk about marriage once he sees these.
What's happened?
Nothing, luckily. Well, the police haven't caught up with your dad, if that's what you mean. That's what I came to tell you. I had a visit from 2 coppers at crack of dawn. I think they thought they might find Jim. Anyway, he seems to be safe where he is for the time being.
Oh, well, good.
No, I didn't think you'd be pleased. You want to see him back inside.
Where is he now?
Do you know, I think it's best I don't tell you.
What do you mean?
Well, we don't want the police getting another tip-off, do we? Well, you and me don't. But she does.
Oh, come on, Mum.
She tipped him off about Fred Elliott's caravan. Who else knew but us and Bet? Nobody.
That is just rubbish. I never said anything to anybody.
I don't believe you. You've made it dead obvious you want him back inside.
I do. I admit that. Because I don't want Steve mixed up in it. I don't want him sent to prison for helping his dad. So, yeah, sooner please catch up with him. Happier I'll be.
See?
Yeah, but I wouldn't shop him to the police.
Look, Mum, I know Karen. I trust her.
You married her. You have to. I don't.
Not open yet, Squire. Oh, it's you.
It's my mother I want.
She's not working today. Her pal's getting married. She's upstairs giving her 2 lots of undercoat and a layer of gloss.
Right, well, I'll just go up and...
Your old man's still on the trot, I gather. Can't last, you know. He ought to give himself up. Save everybody a lot of aggravation, especially Liz.
It's you that's caused all the aggravation in the first place.
You what?
Why do you think he ran from prison, eh? Because he heard you were after me mum. Pestering her, trying to get her into your bed. So, yeah, he's in trouble now. Because of you.
I can understand you sticking up for your old man. You're his son, you would do. But let's face it, he's always been bad news. What's your mother had out of marriage to him? A load of grief and the occasional good hiding.
You know nothing. You only ain't because she won't go for you. You just want him out the way, don't you, see? I bet it was you that tipped off the police about the caravan, wasn't it?
Steve!
Hey?
What's going on?
You want to know who shot me dad to the police? Or what about him? He had good enough reason.
He didn't even know where he was because I didn't tell him. I tried to keep it in the family. You just don't want to accept that it were Karen. Now, please, cut the argy-bargy. We've had enough already.
No hard feelings. Well, not on my part, anyway. I'll leave you to it.
I know you don't like him, but Laurie's all right. And none of this mess is his fault.
Yeah, it's not Karen's either.
I don't want to fall out with you. Right. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you where your dad is, because he needs food and drink taken to him. There, how's that?
Brilliant. Thanks, kid.
Hey, do you want your toenails doing as well?
Yeah, why not? Hang on. Would I be spoiling Cecil?
Why not? Give the old lad the full Monty.
Aye, right. I'll tell you what. Let's have a drink first. I could do with one.
OK. Hey, not feeling jittery, are you?
Not jittery exactly. It's a big step, though, isn't it, getting wed? Am I making a fool of myself, Les? Come to that. Am I making a fool of Cecil?
It's no good asking me or anybody else. It's only you can answer those questions.
I've made a fool of myself over fellas a good few times in the past. Maybe that means I don't know how to pick a good one. I don't know. I look back and I can see most of the time I went for chances. Blokes who'd lie to you, and who you knew would lie to you. But all the same, they turned you on, do you know what I mean?
Don't I just?
I've learned one thing, though. I've had enough of being hurt. Oh, aye. To hell with that for a game of Skittles.
Cecil won't hurt you. Not from what I've seen of him.
No, he won't. I'm sure of that. He's a good man, is Cecil. And we'll have a good life together. He'll look after me. I know that. And I'll tell you something. I'm going to look after him. This time, Liz. This time. It's going to be all right.
Oh, good, you got here on time. As soon as Fred gets here, we'll set off and get the bride.
There's something you need to know.
No brewery business today. Whatever it is, it can wait.
This isn't brewery business and it can't wait. It's to do with your lady friend.
What the hell's the matter with you? Can't you even call her by her name? It's Bet. And in an hour's time, she'll be my wife and your stepmother.
I've had a private detective following her.
You've done what? What the hell?
Hang on, she's been making a fool of you behind your back. She's got a boyfriend. But don't take my word for it. See for yourself. I did warn you. I told you you couldn't trust her.
Who's the man?
That I don't know. I tried to tell you. I mean, I could see what she was, but you wouldn't listen.
No. I didn't want to.
Look, I had to tell you. I couldn't let you marry a scheming old tart, could I?
No. No, of course you couldn't.
You've had a lucky escape, hmm? Right, well, might as well get down to the office. Plenty want seeing to.
Right. Well, I'll love you and leave you. I have to get settled to church on time.
Have you remembered the wedding ring?
Oh, my word. Oh. Oh, thank you, Claire. Oh, I'd have been in disgrace if it hadn't been for you. Expect me when you see me. Late, I should think. There'll be a good few champagne corks popping if I know Cecil.
Ah, well, you get yourself going and enjoy yourself.
I've every intention, oh, yes. In order to compensate you young folk for leaving you to your own devices, I've arranged a treat for us all tomorrow. A boat trip. What do you think of that? I thought you'd like it. Ernie Roscoe's lending us his motorboat for the day. Oh, Cecil Newton's not the only one with these playthings, you know.
Who's Ernie Roscoe?
You know damn well Roscoe's Pork Products. Great big house at Lytham, bought off proceeds of black puddings and pork scratchings. Oh, it'll be a grand day out. That sea ale does a load of good. Now, see, Ashley, will you stop chatting away? You'll have me late for wedding.
It's very late.
He's not coming.
Oh, now, give over. Maybe we've got the arrangements wrong. Maybe we're supposed to meet them at the church.
No. He said him and Fred would pick us up here. He's not coming.
Come on, something's gone a bit wrong, that's all. Maybe the car's broken down or something.
He'd have phoned.
I can't just wait here. I'll phone him.
No. It's humiliating enough without going chasing him.
Bet, I'm sure it can't be like that.
I am. I don't know why, but I am. I think I always knew. It was just too good to last.
The wedding's off.
Oh, now, come on. What are you talking about? Cecil? What's going on?
It's our Philip. He's had Bet followed. She's at it with some man. Here I am offering her a marriage, a good life, and she and her boyfriend are making a mug out of me. Well, it's my own fault. There's no fool like an old fool.
See? I know he's your son, but I'd think twice, nay, 10 times about taking for gospel out he tells you about Bet. He hates her.
I know he does. And I'm not taking any notice of anything he says, but it's true, Fred. I've seen the photographs. Bet. And this fella.
What's she got to say about it?
What can she say? I haven't bothered to ask her.
You have not asked her? Then I think it's about time you did.
Cecil, where have you been? We've been going frantic here. Bet is here.
It's a bit awkward, is this? He weren't for coming.
What's going on, Cecil? What's this all about?
Found out about you. There's another man. Don't deny it. You've been sin with him.
Another man? What do you mean?
Your boyfriend. You'd have kept him on after we were married, no doubt. And I would have been keeping him without even knowing it.
There is no boyfriend, I swear it. Who's been telling you this?
Don't you lie to me. What's this, then?
It's not what you think.
Oh, come on. Who is this man?
I can't tell you that, but it's not how it looks.
Come on, Fred. I told you it was pointless.
It's my husband.
Liz, hang on.
No. Bet won't tell you because she's trying to help me. His name's Jim McDonald. He's escaped from prison. He's on the run from the police.
Yeah, it's Jim McDonald, all right. I knew there were a man on the run. The bobbies thought you were riding in my caravan.
He was in your caravan for one night. And then when you said you were going back, I had to get him out.
And what is this man to you?
Lizzie's husband, that's all. My friend's husband. He's on the run from jail. He can't face going back. And she asked for my help.
And did she ask you to kiss him and all?
The police were all over the place. I was trying to get him away. And then a police car came right by. I said, grab hold of me, Jim. Pretend we're on holiday. Give us a kiss. Make it look like that's all you've got on your mind.
I believe you. Oh, I've been through the ringer this past hour. Can you understand? I was shattered to think. Don't ever put me through that again, will you?
I won't. I won't.
Now, hang on. What are we going to do? It's a serious offence, is this, aiding and abetting. I know he's your husband, Liz, but let's have it right. He's a criminal.
I can't turn him in.
Well, of course you can't. She's only human.
Aye, but... where is he now?
Well, he's...
London. He phoned me this morning. Where he goes from there, I don't know. It's out of my hands.
Well, that's a relief. So you lads can have clear consciences.
Aye, and so can you. Helping Liz, helping a friend, you did right. I'd have done the same. Well, come on. What are we stood here for? Let's get to that church. Beth and I want to get married.
It's good to see you, son.
You all right?
I'm hungry. Where's your mother?
She's at Bet's wedding, that's why I'm here. I knew you'd be hungry. I got you cold stuff because I didn't know you'd be fixed for cooking.
Is that there a pie?
There's bread, milk, there's chicken there, and you'd like the old whiskey.
Well, son, you're back in the will. God bless you. Not that you were ever out of the will, of course. And having said that, not that I've got that much to leave you. Here, let's have a toast to Bet and her wedding, eh? Sláinte. I'll tell you what, she's a good girl. Saved my bacon last night. If it wasn't for her, I'd be back behind bars by now.
Listen, talking about going behind bars, we've got to get you out of here, somewhere safe. And I'll tell you what, I've an idea how we can do it and all.
Oh, Arthur, sorry we're a bit late.
You're over an hour late, Cecil.
Well, I know, but you know, things happen. You know how it is. I'd like you to meet my bride, Bet. This is Arthur, an old pal of mine.
I'm delighted to meet you. It's high time someone took Cecil in hand, and...
Likewise.
Oh, this is Liz and Fred, our witnesses.
Hello.
How do?
Right, Arthur, ready when you are.
Well, I'm sorry, it's not possible.
Oh, come on, I mean, I know we've messed you about a bit.
I can't do it. I just had a call. One of my parishioners on his deathbed, by the sounds of it.
Oh, but Arthur...
12 o'clock tomorrow, that's the best I can do. It's my only window.
Well, that'll have to do then. It's fine by me.
Oh, it's all my fault.
Give over.
All right, then. 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Fine. See you then. Bye.
I booked a table at the Wellington. Wedding lunch, champers, all the trimmings, even the wedding cake. Are we going to let it go to waste?
Are we hellers like? Come on!
About time. Where have you been? Been stuck in here on my own.
I've been sorting my dad out with supplies. Sorry, it never occurred to me you might want to come and help.
No, I don't. And I don't want you anywhere near him either. Steve, eventually the police will catch him if you're involved with it.
Karen, I have to be involved. He's me dad. Now listen, he's on a boat in the marina down the coast. Come tomorrow, I'm going to take him out to sea. I'm going to take him over to Northern Ireland.
What? Steve?
Karen, he's got friends over there, pals that'll look after him. Take him to America if he wants.
Have you gone mad? You're not going to get away with that.
Karen, it's the only chance he's got.
You're going to get caught. And then you will end up in prison just like your dad. Who knows? If you ask nicely, might let you share a cell with him, eh? Steve, I am begging you, don't do this.
I've got to, Karen.
Well, then I'm telling you. And I do mean this. If you go to prison, I'm not going to wait for you like stupid mum waits for Jim. Because when you come out, I'm not going to be around. I suppose it was Jim's crazy idea, was it? This mad scheme to get across to Ireland?
No, it was mine, actually.
You know nothing about sailing, but you don't even know how far it is.
Not a fan, no.
Can you not see how hopeless this is? You'd be lucky if you don't get drowned.
Look, Karen, he knows boats. He knows the coast of Ireland. He used to go out with fishermen when he was a lad.
Well, if your dad's so clever, he doesn't need you, does he? Just let him get on with it by himself.
Look, he can't do it on his own.
People sail around the world on their own. Look, he's trying to drag you down with him, and if he cared about anybody but himself, then he would leave you out of this. Just let him do it by himself.
Look, Karen, you don't understand. He's got to get the boat out in the marina, which he can't do on his own because he can't show himself. His face is in all the papers. The police are after him. They know he's around here somewhere. Once he's out to sea, he'll be fine. But up until then, he needs somebody with him. 1, to untie the boat. 2, to drive it out in the marina, and everything else.
It doesn't have to be you.
Yes, it does, Karen, because there's nobody else. Look, can't you see? I've got to help him. He's my dad.
I'm sorry I'm not going to be there for you at the wedding. I feel as though I'm letting you down.
No, you're not. I'd like you to be there, of course, but I do understand.
Steve thinks it's too risky to be hanging about. He thinks we should get Jim away.
Well, I dare say he's right. Look, tell Jim from me, try not to sink Cecil's boat. And himself, of course.
He better not.
I'll explain it all to Cecil when we get back from honeymoon. Hark at me. Honeymoon. Do you know, I'm all excited, Liz, like I'm some love-struck teenager. It's silly, isn't it, at my time of life?
I don't think it's silly at all. I think it's wonderful. And you're so well suited. I know you're both going to be very happy.
Do you know, I really think we are. He's the man I ought to have married half a lifetime ago. Still, better late than never.
And that reminds me, both you and Cecil get to the church on the dot this time.
I've given Fred Elliott special instructions. He's to get Cecil in that car at 11:30. Ready or not, I don't care if he's still in his pyjamas.
Hey, is Cecil's son going to be there?
Philip, after all he's done to try and break us up. Cecil won't have him at the wedding. He's not even told him it's happening.
Evening, Ridley.
Cecil.
No, it's not Cecil, it's Philip.
You tell your daddy better not be late this time. I want him here at 12 o'clock and not a minute after. Typical of your dad, you know, that cock up yesterday. He left his own funeral. Bye for now.
Be right, I should be wearing shirt I had on yesterday. I'm not too keen on this one. I'll be glad when the cuffs are to go and I can chuck it away.
Well, why don't you chuck it away now? You're not short for Bobby too. You can afford to buy shirts you do like.
Yes, I can. And why? Because I don't go chucking clothes away before they're worn out just because I don't like them.
Well, where's the shirt you wore yesterday? I'll just run the iron over it.
No, that's no good. I spilt onion gravy all down the front of the wedding do. That's typical of this marriage. Everything's backwards roads round. Feastings first, formalities after.
Well, at least you'll get another slap-up fee today, won't you?
Oh, well, knowing old Cecil will not go hungry. I say we'll not starve. Or see. Here are the instructions how to get Ernie Roscoe's boat.
Ah, well, we're not sure we're going now.
Of course you're going. You can't spurn his generosity. You take that very badly, would Ernie? I say very badly.
It's all right, all right.
Any road. It'll do little Joshua the world of good some sea air. Put roses in his cheeks. Put roses in your cheeks and all. Now, come on, get out and enjoy yourself.
Laurie, can I have my wages up to date and anything that's owing to me?
What for? If you need some money, I'll see you right, you know that. All you have to do is ask. Unless it's for handing over to Jim. I'll not stump up for that, Liz.
I'm not asking for a loan, I just want my wages.
Are you quitting? Not leaving, are you, Liz?
I have to.
Are you going to Jim?
You've got him hidden somewhere, haven't you? Oh, Liz, come on. It's got to end in tears. The police will catch him, nothing's so sure. And you'll get done for hiding him. It won't be just him in prison, it'll be you as well.
Laurie, will you just do my money, please?
Liz, think again, I'm begging you. Haven't you had enough grief in your life on account of that man? Because what you're doing's only going to bring you more. You know how I feel about you.
It's no good, Laurie. I've got to do this.
You don't. You have a choice. I can give you what you'll never get from Jim. I can take care of you. You can have a good life with me. You know I love you. I'll do anything for you.
I know you care
Look,
for me.
I can get you out of this mess in 2 seconds flat. Just tell me where Jim is. I'll phone the police. It'll be all over. You can be free. You can start again with me.
Phone the police? You'd do that, wouldn't you? Steve was right. It was you. You tipped them off that Jim was in the caravan.
Yeah, it was me. I followed you when you left here to meet him, and I rang the police. Not until you were out of the way, though. I wanted you out of the way. I didn't want you to get involved. I still don't. Look, I'll do whatever I can to stop you throwing your life away on that man. Don't you see?
I see, all right. And this is the finish of you and me. Are we all set then?
No, we're not. I think the whole idea's mad.
Yeah, so you've said about 100 times.
I just wanted to say something to you, Karen. I owe you an apology. It were Laurie Dyson who tipped the police off about Jim hiding in a caravan. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have thought it was you, and I shouldn't have accused you. I'm sorry.
Makes no odds to me. I wish the police had caught him.
Look, she doesn't mean that.
Yes, I do. I can't get through to Steve, how stupid he's being, getting on this boat with his dad. But you know what I mean. They're not going to make it to Northern Ireland. They're going to get caught. And then Steve's going to end up in prison too.
If you'll just listen a minute.
I am telling you something. I'm not going to be like you. I'm not going to waste my life waiting for my husband to get out of jail. Because I won't be around. The day he goes inside, then we're finished.
Steve's not going with his dad.
What?
He won't be needed.
But he needs somebody to drive the boat out the marina. He can't do it because he can't be seen, can he?
Yeah, I know that. I'll get the boat out to sea.
Mum, you can't do it.
Yes, I can. And I'll stick with him all the way. Either across to Ireland or however it ends up.
Look, Mum...
Shut it and listen, will you? I'm with Karen on this. Your life is with her. You didn't get to choose your father. Nobody does, do they? But I chose Jim of my own free will. And that's why I'm going and not you.
It's really cold. I don't think Joshua should be out here long.
No, we'll just go along coast for a bit.
Should we be doing this at all? I mean, without your dad, at least he knows about boats.
Well, there's nothing to it, really. It's just like driving a car and there's no traffic.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm doing what I want to do.
No second thoughts, then?
It's the best day's work I've done in my life, marrying you.
You must have gone stark raving mad, you silly old beggar.
What? Nobody asked you to this wedding?
Nobody had to ask me. I'm here to try and put some sense into your head. You must be going senile.
Don't you dare talk to your father like that.
You keep your mouth shut.
Hey! There's no call for that. I said there's no call for that.
You know what she's been up to behind your back? You've seen the photographs.
You've got the wrong end of the stick, lad. Bet's done nothing she shouldn't.
Oh, be your age. You only have to look at her to see what she's all about. She had more men than you've had pints of bitter.
Don't you dare speak about her, like she's going to be my wife.
Don't upset yourself, Cecil. Look, Philip, there's no need for this. I'm not your enemy.
Be quiet, you cow. You think she'd give you the time of day if you weren't loaded? Look at you. You've only got one thing she's interested in, your wallet.
You've said enough.
What's going on?
Cecil.
This is God's house, not a neighbour's.
Cecil, what's
Get
wrong?
an heart attack. Get an ambulance.
Cecil?
Are you satisfied now?
Cecil?
Mum, are you going to be all right handling this boat?
Oh, yeah, I'll be all right. Go on, Karen will be getting nervous.
Hey, listen. You thank that gorgeous wee girl of yours. Say we're looking forward to seeing her when we get across the water. And thank her for all her help from me, will you?
You take care of yourself, Steve.
Take care, Mum. Good luck with the boat. Hope you know what you're doing. England expects and all that.
Well, this time it's Ireland expects, son, and all that. And don't you worry. There's not much I don't know about boats. Take care, son. Go on, you better get off.
Am I glad to see the back of them?
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about you getting locked up anymore, do I? Come on, baby, let's go on, babe.
It's his fault, no question about it.
He said it were mine.
Well, he would. Try to notice. No. He knows damn well that Cecil's art isn't what it should be. If he'd set out to kill his dad, he wouldn't have done it any better.
You don't think Cecil's going to...
No, not in this world. He's as strong as an ox, is Cecil. He'll see me out as he'll see me out.
It's a heart attack at his age. He went down like he'd been hit with a hammer.
They do wonders these days. No, no. And bear in mind and all, he's got everything to live for. You and him together. Get him married. Oh, yes.
Police, please.
Mrs. Newton, is it?
Yes. Well, no. We were just about to get married. We were at the church when
Yeah, I see.
How is he?
Well, would you like to come with me? No, just Mrs. Newton.
I'll be here, Bet.
You've got to do something, Ashley.
Well, I'm trying.
If you could just get it going again, then we'd be all right.
Yes, well, I know that, don't I?
See, you're getting further and further away from the shore. It's only just seen now.
If I'm losing anchor or something.
Right, I think we better ring someone, ask for some help. We can't have Josh out here when it goes dark.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, no, I think caravan.
Ashley! Ashley, I think there's water coming in. Look at the floor.
Oh, this is the life, eh? I can get used to this. Skipper of my own boat. Mind you, if I'm the skipper, that makes you my first mate, doesn't it?
And your last mate.
Aye.
Hey, we did it. Last ever boring.
Yay! Freedom! Woo! Chance to start a new life, eh?
Oh, come here.
Mwah.
Come on. Jim, there's a boat there with people waving.
Well, we're way back for them then, eh?
No, it looks to me like they're in trouble.
Well, if they're in trouble. They'll have to get themselves out of trouble. We can't stop now.
Jim, they need help.
Damn! All right. Let's spin around and take a look.
I hope you can hear me. Because there's a lot of things I want to say. I want to tell you how lovely it's been this last week or two. Meeting up with you again. Being together. Being happy together. I don't think I've ever been so happy. I hope it's been as good for you. And when you're up to it, I think we should go away somewhere. Find a tropical beach. And we'll walk along it together, holding hands. We won't care if folk laugh at us for being a pair of balmy old beggars.
Cardiac arrest.
What's happening?
Coronary curve.
No, what's happening?
I'm afraid you're going to have to leave.
Cecil!
It might be too late.
What's happening? No!
Come on, sweetheart, I've got you now.
Get Joshua, the baby.
Come on, Ash, just wait a minute, son. Go on, don't worry, I'll get the baby. Right, Ash. All right. All right, son, I've got you.
Are you all right, Ashley?
I'll take over the wheel, Les.
Okay.
I think so. I'm just glad you come along when you did. I thought we had it. This is Claire, by the way.
Are you all right, love?
What about you, Claire?
I tell you what, Ashley, it's a funny way to meet your old neighbours, is this?
Jim and Liz used to live on Coronation Street. I just want to say thank you for saving our lives. I know what trouble you've had. I read it in papers.
Well, you know what the crack is then, Ashley, eh?
Yeah, I do.
Right, well, we're heading for Ireland.
Ireland? Well, we can't go to Ireland. We've got to get the little one back. He shouldn't even be out here. Please, please, just take us back.
If we just put them ashore, Jim.
Yeah, all right. Well, we were going to Ireland. I know, it's too risky with a wee kid. All right, Ash, look. I'll try and just drop you off, okay? Hope we won't get caught.
Steve, it's me! We're heading back to the marina. We're in some trouble.
Is it my fault, Fred? If I'd just gone away after that party, he'd still be alive.
I'll tell you this. I knew Cecil since he were a lad. And I've never seen him as happy as you were these past few days. You made him happy.
God, I hope that's true.
It's true. Now then. You'd better have this.
Till death do us part, eh?
He saved our lives, and he didn't have to bring us back here.
All right, sir. See you later. Hey, take your hands off her. She's done nothing. I forced her.
No!
Hey.
Ranger, just leave it.
Ah, you.
Can we just leave her a note?
Saying what? Dear Mum, sorry we abandoned you, but Karen couldn't hack it.
I just don't think it's a very good idea for us to be sat here. I mean, what if she tells them that you helped her?
Will you stop putting yourself first? My mum could get sent down here.
Whose fault's that?
Say something about her one more time. I'm going to walk up to that desk and I'm going to confess to something.
Confess what?
I don't know, anything. So if you can't put someone else first at a time like this, I'd rather be in a room with a big hairy burglar than you.
All right. Thanks very much, I appreciate that.
Let's get out of here.
You released?
Unconditional bail. Solicitor thinks I'll get off with a fine. Come on.
Where to?
Not to the pub.
We'll go back to the B&B.
That'll do.
Hey, we're here for her and I mean it.
No, Joshua won't lasted 2 minutes in that water. But he could have froze to their front boat. Everything that could have happened just keeps going round in my head.
And you can stop that.
Jim hadn't come when he did.
He did, and there's an end to it. There's something you've got to learn as a father, Ashley. And that is to stop certain kinds of thoughts in their tracks. Otherwise, every day of your life's full of terrible things that might happen. They might, but mostly they don't. I know for you that's hard to believe.
I've been so stupid.
No harm done. A lesson learned. Think on that.
Your dad took the blame as much as he could. so close to coming out. What did he have to go and do all this for?
My mum has more milk than that. Look, I know me dad. He'd far sooner do more time and know you were there at the end of it. You thought he'd lost you?
One moment of weakness. I never gave up on your dad.
And that lorry would have never given up. It'd have worn you down eventually.
I turned 46 this month. Got nothing from your dad. No card, no phone call. He never does. He said the thought of not being with me makes it even harder for him.
Well, it would, wouldn't it?
Laurie took me for a drive, out past all the touristy bit, to listen to how the sea sounds in the dark. There's nowhere in Blackpool without lights shining on it. He got a little vase of flowers, stuck it to the dash.
So what? Your dad loves you.
All I'm saying is, the way things are, I get the worst of being married and the worst of being single. Committed with naught to show for it. If I get lonely, I can't let anyone close because they get the wrong idea.
When my dad gets out, though...
If your dad serves his sentence, I'll be 50 before he gets out. 50?
Come and live with us.
Tabby bit's just snapped off. You wouldn't want me around.
Of course we would. Wouldn't we, Karen?
Yeah, of course. I don't know.
Well, what else are you going to do?
I don't know that either. Oh. Should have gone to Bet's wedding instead. At least one of us has managed an escape. She'll be sat on some honeymoon beach now, looking forward to the future.
Steve's phone's off. I was going to get him to pick us a bottle or something up.
I could do with a drink.
Well, I'll go to the office then. Unless you want to go to the pub.
No, I don't think I'm quite ready to face a room full of people.
I know. Must be awful for you. I mean, I don't blame you wanting to get away from all these memories here.
It's the day's memories that are going to hurt. Watching them drag Jim away in handcuffs. It's both causing everybody all this pain.
No. It's memories that stop you moving on, innit? I mean, if it was me, I'd want to go somewhere totally fresh. You know, have a new start. Not Blackpool, or Weatherfield, or wherever Steve's dad's Nick's gonna be. But, over a bottle of wine, me and you will think of somewhere, eh? I'm gonna have to use toothbrush glasses.
You can't.
I'll rinse them out.
One of them's bust.
Since when?
Since I had to throw some or I'd have been ripping you to bits the second you walked through that door.
What?
You must think I'm as stupid as you are. A nice, cosy glass of wine while Steve's out the way so you can explain to me why I'm best not moving back to Weatherfield.
Maybe you're not.
Maybe. Maybe I am. But I'll tell you something. My decision will not be based on my son's stupid, manipulative little cow of a fiancé telling me what's best for me.
Me manipulative? It's not me who's got Steve running around risking prison to save your flipping marriage.
Steve's a grown man. He makes his own decisions. Some better than others.
Oh, am I one of the bad ones, am I? Well, you won't want to come live in with us then, will you?
Steve is trying to look out for me while I sort my life out.
Whose fault is it needs sorting?
Mine. And I am so lucky my son ain't judging me for that.
Well, then maybe Steve should open his eyes.
You tell him that. Go on. And see how he reacts. Tell him what an idiot his mother's been. Tell him how we should leave her to rot in the mess she's made of her life. And I'll tell you something. You try and come between me and my Steve, and you will lose every time.
Saving this for me, were you? Not like either of you.
No corkscrew.
Painkillers.
So,
I tried phoning about me dad, but they wouldn't tell me out. Guess I were found wandering the streets looking for us then.
Bet. I'm so sorry I missed the wedding. Steve must have told you.
Love, you weren't the only one who missed the wedding. And no offence, not the most important one either. It's still about Lynch you're looking at.
You've changed your mind?
No. I think they call it an act of God.
Cecil had a heart attack.
He died this afternoon.
can we go for a walk? It's stuffy in here.
Got some fresh air, Mum.
I want to make sure Bet's all right.
Sounds like you had a hell of a day yourselves.
We did, yeah. But nobody died, fortunately. You must be feeling terrible.
Well, I have to say in my time, I've been walked all over, slavered over, passed over and all, but killed over. That's a new one on me. I could do with some fresh air myself. I'll tell you as we walk. Come on.
Do you know, Bet said your mum could go to Brighton with her?
She doesn't know anybody there.
She knows Bet.
I want to keep an eye on her.
What, in case she cops off again?
No, not for that, because she wouldn't. She's been through a very rough time. She's got to start all over again now.
Always end up on our own, don't we, kid? One way or another.
I think I'd rather be on my own than be married to prison.
Jim's a good bloke, and you're loved. Don't you forget that.
I know. And you had to sit next to some hospital bed watching the man you were going to marry die. I can't imagine how you're feeling.
I'm not soft. I've not fallen head over heels in love with him like some daft teenager. But I'd be lying if I said I hadn't grown fond of him.
He'd fallen for you good and proper.
Do you know what the cruel thing is? Do you know what I lost when he died? He'd made me realise I'd stopped dreaming. Stopped believing that the world had out new to offer me or out special.
That's not true.
I'd accepted that I'd live and die with me head in the glass washer, or pulling a pint for some lechy bloke who can barely prop the bar up. And then along came Cecil. Who was that comic who said, "The despair I can handle. It's the hope that really hurts."
Is it despair you're feeling now?
Me? Give over. I'll despair the day all fellas keel over and there's none left in the world.
You know, I've become really fond of the sea. The pier, everything.
Well, I've got 21 quid in my purse. We could go up there, see if we can win our fortunes on the fruit machines. Or you could come back to Brighton with me. We could get very, very drunk listening to 70s music.
On 20 quid?
Hey, at my pub, no problem. I could dock you around out your first wage packet. I could do with a decent barmaid.
Used to come here loads when we were kids.
Well, there's so much to do, isn't there? Go on rides, drift off in boats, hang around in police stations.
Bet's train goes in less than an hour.
Right.
I'm going with her.
To Brighton?
You sure about this, Mum?
Just sure, Cocker. And you're coming with me to help me get my stuff out of the Black Dog. Come on. Come on.
So, didn't fancy Weatherfield after all, then?
If you think my decision is out to do with you, you're wrong.
I don't care what your decision's to do with, so long as it's made.
Karen, the There's no point you and me being enemies. We should try and get along, if only for Steve's sake.
You should have thought about that before you started slagging me off.
You can change your mind, you know.
I know, and that's what makes it okay for me to go. Because I know if anything goes wrong, I can always come knocking on your door, can't I?
Well, make sure you do.
You saved our marriage, and I'm grateful. I'm sorry I put us all through this.
You do the same for me. When I've got a marriage to save. Which isn't far away, it's Valentine's Day. You will come, won't you?
What does Karen think?
Well, she knows I'd want you there. Say you'll come, or I'm not letting you go.
Of course I'll come. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I got you a little souvenir. Actually, I bought it before. It was meant to be a joke.
Kiss me quicker. By heck, the effect I have on fellas, it'd have to be quick before they drop dead.
Let's have it back. It gives out, actually.
No, no. I shall wear it tonight. Might just get some offers.
I'm sorry where things turned out. You deserved better.
Deserved? Don't you start talking in the past tense to me, Fred Elliott. There's now past tense about Bet Lynch. Not now. Not ever. I'm not done with this world yet, whatever it tries to throw at me.
That's weird.
Bye-bye, Cruella. Keep your eye on this one. Reminds me of me a bit. Try going blonde, love. Trust me. You'll never look back.
Don't miss your train, eh, Bet?
Come on, Liz. Party going in Brighton. Got our name on it.
Come on then, Fred. I'll give you a lift back to the caravan park. See how Ashley is.
He's all right. Shaken but not stirred.
You all right?
Never better.
Karen, you're going to have to learn to get on with my mother just a little bit more.
Yeah, I know. But be easy in Ashton Brighton.
No, I mean when you see her.
What, with me bionic vision?
No, with your normal vision, because she's coming to the wedding.
To my wedding?
Our wedding.
The biggest day of my life, Stevie. You've invited her.
She's my mother.
Yeah, and I'm going to be your wife. So, did she invite herself, did she? Sneaky cow?
No, I invited her.
She's going to do something to ruin it out of spite.
No, she won't.
No, you're right, she won't. Should I tell you why? Because she isn't coming.
Well, it's too late, I've invited her.
If she goes, I don't. And that's your choice, Steve.